Hello everyone, welcome back to my vlog, Shoni's World. Today I'm going to tell you my COVID story. It's one that I have contemplated whether I should do a vlog on or not, but I thought I'll just do it because I don't know. When you have COVID, you may be curious what to look out for and how it is for different people. As you know, everyone says it's different for different people. You have different symptoms. So I will talk about my own symptoms and I'll share with you what some of the family members who had it alongside me, what symptoms they had. So it's a difficult one. So I would say, depending on your health and how you are generally, maybe it affects different people different ways. So the first person who got it was my daughter. She had gone out with a friend. They were outdoors, but she seemed to have caught it from her friend. Her friend was asymptomatic, didn't have any symptoms, but my daughter came home and over the weekend she had a temperature and a kind of slightly flu-y symptom. So she had a bit of a cough, sniffles and temperature. But within 24 hours, she felt better and she was fine. That was Saturday, Sunday. So Sunday. And then on Monday, I woke up and I had a temperature. My other daughter, eldest daughter, also had a temperature. And then my youngest daughter was complaining about sore eyes. Her eyes were hurting. She didn't have a temperature. She had no other symptoms. So on that Monday, the two of them were feeling poorly. My eldest daughter had a temperature, but then by the Tuesday, she was fine. She had got rid of that temperature. She didn't have any symptoms. On the other hand, for myself, I had temperature constant 38 degrees, 38.5, 39 degrees, constant. I was on paracetamol, feeling very weak. I just lay in bed. I didn't exert myself too much because I didn't feel I had the energy at all to move around. I had a kind of a sinking feeling, so I was just lying down. I just did not have the energy. My meals were served to me. I was isolating in my room. Didn't go downstairs, just in my room, bathroom, bedroom, that's it. Worked from my bed, but I was constantly exhausted and a high temperature. So I had paracetamol for 7-8 days. And then after that, the day I got the start of symptoms, because COVID was spreading and we were in lockdown 3, I decided to buy the oximeter. So I was checking my oxygen levels through the first 7-8 days, and it was fine. It was 98, 97, 99, it was fine. But on a week later, my oxygen level started really dropping. It went below 95 to 94, 93, 92, and that's when I started getting worried. Now, mind you, I didn't experience any breathlessness or any other symptoms. So I felt fine in terms of breathing. I didn't have a cold. I didn't have a cough. So I had these 7 days of high temperature, and then my oxygen levels really started dropping, at which point I did go reach out to a consultant and got a private medication, which obviously I'm not going to say because it depends on different people, what their doctors prescribe them. So I'm not going into that. But then I did have to have medication, and then about 7-8 days later, I got better. But there was constant exhaustion. I really couldn't. If I went downstairs and climbed up the stairs, I'd have extreme exhaustion. I just couldn't do much. I couldn't stand up for long enough. When you have a feeling of flu, when you have to lie down with your head back, that's what I had constantly. And I also, after the 7th or 8th day, I started experiencing bouts of cough if I exerted myself too much. So I had that. I had the cough come on after the first week, and it would only come on if I exerted. So if I was lying down in bed, I would not have a cough. It's just when I stood up, had a shower, came back, that's when I would start having a cough, and that cough lasted a couple of weeks. Now, after that, so that was not the end of the story. I had my medication, got better. The week after that, I had another symptom. I had a swollen salivary gland, and my face just swelled up. And I have no idea whether this was COVID or what, but when I went online and I looked, it said that some people in France, women have had this other infection because of COVID related. So COVID does, if it gets into your system, you can have all kinds of different symptoms and illnesses, and it is just, you don't know what it is, what it's going to do to your body. So clearly it hadn't left my body. So that was 3 weeks afterwards. I had this new infection of the salivary gland, for which I had to have medication again, and got better. This is why I didn't want to actually do the COVID survey, because I don't know, I can't say for sure that it is COVID linked, because obviously unless the sample goes off to the labs and you find out exactly that is what it is, you can't be sure. But to me, to my mind, it is definitely linked. And so now it's been approximately a couple of months since I've had COVID, and this last week I've noticed my hair has started falling in clumps. Now I don't know if this is because I had a hysterectomy 2 years ago. My ovaries weren't removed, but I had a hysterectomy 2 years ago, so for all you know, my menopause has kicked in, and that's why my hair has started falling. But then if you look online, it says that because of COVID, some people experience hair loss. I have had literally clumps of hair coming, just falling off. So I don't know whether my COVID story has finished or it carries on, whether I have long COVID. I had a good day today. I went for a 3-hour walk along the river and enjoyed the day after months of feeling total exhaustion. So it does get better. Some people obviously have really bad symptoms and don't pull through. I seem to have recovered somewhat. I don't know, strange things like hair falling has started happening now. As far as the others are concerned, like I said, my daughters just had 24 hours, 48 hours symptoms. My youngest daughter just had sore eyes for 24 hours and then she was fine. So it affects different people in different ways, but this is my COVID story, my COVID journey, if you will, and I do hope that this is the last of it. But I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Stay safe, keep wearing your mask. COVID is a real thing. I know that I met people, some people saying, oh, it's a conspiracy or whatever. It's not a conspiracy, it is a real viral infection. It is bad. Affects some people worse than others, obviously. So that is my COVID story. I spent my time for so many weeks just resting and taking it easy, because if I exerted myself, I did have other things go wrong with me. So if you are ill and you need that rest, and just take it easy. It's not something that you can just click out of unless you really do feel better. That's my COVID story. Until next time, I don't want to talk about illnesses. That's not me. I'm very positive, and I want everybody to be positive, because your positive attitude will pull you through and take you forward, get you better. So positive mindset is what I'm going to keep. But because I said I'm going to do my COVID story when I did my first video for 2021, happy 2021. The link will be above if you want to go and watch that. I did mention that I was going to do my COVID story, so I decided to do my COVID story. It is, I hope my COVID story, it has ended and I don't have any further symptoms. I know I need to take greater care of myself, make sure I have my vitamins, which I have my multivites, I have my vitamin C and D and zinc and all of that. Beyond that, have exercise, socialize, keep mentally strong. That's what I'm intending to do. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye bye now.